Hello and welcome. My name is John Hobby. Welcome to the Python first shoot. Python 357 Magnum, full metal quality. Do you see that? Full metal quality steel BB. So this is the 17 caliber one or 4.5 millimeter, however you want to think of it. CO2 powered BB gun. All right, so this is a replica and a beautiful replica. I'm so glad they make guns like this. Obviously read the owner's manual. This is not a toy. You should always read that owner's manual. Take this gun seriously, all right? Now, let's have a quick look at this gun as it is just so beautiful. I'm going to take my time here and let you guys just have a look. You can see the brass barrel right there. Just simply beautiful. Ramped front sight. I'm not sure if this is really chrome. It is metal. It's very heavy. Plastic grip. This is the only really plastic part on the gun. Let's turn it around. I don't want to point it at myself just as don't like pointing guns at myself, even if they are BB guns. Like I said, it's not a toy. You can injure yourself pretty easily. And by the way, I am wearing safety glasses, as should you, whenever you're operating a BB gun. All right. It's just simply beautiful. The rear sight is adjustable for windage and elevation. The front sight obviously fixed. I love the Python look. There's something about the proportions of this thing that just make it look wonderful. And as far as function goes, it has a safety at the rear here, which locks the, let's see if I can get this to focus for you, which locks the hammer out, all right? So you can see this F right here, it's upside down, but there's an F right here, and if you push the safety, which is this little black portion right here, forward, you can see it switch to an S, which means safe. So you cannot put it into single action, so you cannot cock the hammer, and because you cannot cock the hammer, you cannot pull the trigger, all right? So it locks the gun down. I like that safety. It's out of the way, it's not obnoxious, and it doesn't ruin the lines of the gun, all right? We are gonna load it, so I am gonna put that on safe as per recommendations from the owner's manual. Just gotta follow the owner's manual. There is a little bit of play in this cylinder. Now, those of you who have watched my channel a lot, you've probably seen the Dan Wesson review, first shoot. This, we're gonna probably do a comparison. But to me, I like the lines of the Python a lot more. I like that full underlug, just, you know, my preference. But this is such a fun gun to shoot. We'll see how this one compares. And if you look at the cylinder, there's not quite as much play in this cylinder as there is in this cylinder. Maybe we'll talk about that, like I said, in a future video. And if you remember my Dan Wesson video, you remember that I stuck a real 357 Magnum round and it fit beautifully in those chambers. Let's check this one out. Now, this has a very Colt-like release here, so you have to pull it rearward to release that cylinder. And let's go ahead and stick this 357 Magnum round in here. You can see there's tons of play here. So this is not even close to a real 357 Magnum chambering. But you know, it's a replica gun, so we can forgive it for that. By the way, people ask, I don't know why people don't understand, but you cannot fire a real 357 Magnum round in a BB gun, all right? There's no firing pin, nothing's gonna connect with that. It's just not gonna happen. Don't try it at home, okay? I did it there for you, so you do not have to try that at home. Doesn't work, don't even try it. Don't mess around with live ammunition. Now, the rounds, the Dan Wesson rounds actually fit in here, but the extractor, why don't I just show you? The extractor doesn't actually catch them and doesn't actually extract them. See how this star extractor here pulls all those out? These are slightly smaller than the Python rounds, and so lots of times, not all the time, but lots of times it won't catch the round, all right? Just because they're so small. So just so you know, will they work? You know, they probably would work, and they don't expand like a real cartridge, so obviously they're not going to get stuck in there. I'm not terribly worried about it, but you know, just get the, I would just get the cartridges you need. You can see I preloaded these for this video. Save you some time. All right, that's the useful information that I have for you. Let's get this thing operational, and you can see how it works. Let me make sure. Okay, I got my safety glasses on, pointing it down range. Safety is on. All right, there we go. Let's pull this out. this is very clean. I'm glad that grip panels aren't coming off everywhere. To me, I'm really happy with this style of setup. Let's go ahead and put some Pelgun oil on here. I just put some Pelgun oil on here to hopefully help the seals last a little bit longer. Now, you don't need a lot. I just put a tiny little drop on there. Pelgun oil. Now, there's lots of debate about this. I have videos about it. I'm not terribly worried about it. I just buy Pelgun oil because I like the stuff. It's convenient. All right. Now this, I'm not sure if this is going to work well. When I unscrewed this, I noticed that that hex wrench goes all the way through here, so it doesn't catch, so I could, yeah. And you notice when I put that in, I put it in horizontally. I didn't want to drop that in, because if I drop that in and it pierces without this thing sealed down, then it turns into a rocket, right? And it just goes all around my shop, and I have bruises all over my face. I know half of you out there were dying to see that, but yeah. So insert it horizontally, don't just slam it in there. Okay, it looks like I got that to set here. Okay, watch for leakages here and listen carefully. It's sealed up nicely, all right? Now we can load up, take the safety off, and we can shoot our target downrange. I have a camera set up back here. Hopefully it'll give us a reasonable angle. Let's make sure we're using the right rounds. We are. Let's load up this beautiful, beautiful revolver. Now, you can use a speed loader, but why? It's just so much fun to load these in. I like loading them and watch the heavy weight pull that cylinder around. It's just such a joy to operate. All right. Maybe one day I'll bring you a real Colt 357 Python. Those things are expensive, but they are so beautiful. One of my favorite revolvers of all time. All right, now we're good. Let's pull in a rest here, and let's see if I can get this firing in such a way you can see it on camera. How does that look? Can you guys see that? And with a real revolver, you want to steer clear of this area right here between the cylinder and the forcing cone. By the way, this forcing cone is spring-loaded and plastic, all right? It doesn't feel quite as stiff as the Dan Wesson forcing cone. Maybe that's why there's so much play in the cylinder. I'm not really sure. But fully loaded, it seems very reasonable. All right, we're gonna take the safety off here, and let's fire a few rounds. Up close and personal with the Colt Python BB gun, chrome. When I saw the chrome version, I had to go buy it. All right, I'm just gonna aim dead center, and if it's off, I'm just gonna keep shooting to see how the grouping is, all right? Looks like that's a little bit low, but let's see how they group. Well, that one actually shot way off to the right. That one was also low. A little bit to the right. And we should have one more shot here. Well, there you go. Let's make sure that we're clear. Turn the safety back on. I'm just looking through all these. Not sure if it's going to show up. I'm just looking through all these to make sure there's nothing. No more BBs left in there. I don't know if it's going to show up, but either way, we're clear. So, like I said, they don't expand, so you can just dump them out. But if you want to use the extractor, I mean, you can. There you go. Such a beautiful gun. Easy to operate. It feels like it should. I'm very happy with this. I really like the proportions of this and the look of it. Just can't get over it. So this is quickly moving up my list of really awesome BB guns that you should own. My name is HobbyJon. The first shoot of the Colt Python 357. Thanks for watching.